my channel. My name is Lillian. I have a video today that will show you guys which fragrances I enjoy or I'm planning on wearing when it's winter over here. So currently it is fall and it's not too cold, but it's about to get super cold when it's like December, January and February. Like it gets super cold, and even March. So I have fragrances that I tend to enjoy when it's that cold outside, when I'm like for sure in a sweater and maybe like, you know, in my winter boots and coat and all that. There are fragrances that I really enjoy when it's that cold outside. So I wanted to share them with you guys, and they are quite a lot. So I will try and bundle up these fragrances so that we don't waste a lot of time. But I also want to say that most of these fragrances you've either seen me review them, so I will not be going into much detail. I will just be mentioning them so that we are able to finish this up quick. Hey, and those who are watching me for the first time, I just want to say thank you so much. It means a lot for you guys to watch me and comment below and subscribe and even follow me on my Instagram. It means so much, and I really want to say thank you and welcome. And for those who've been watching me over time, I mean, you are just awesome, and I hope you are enjoying every bit of these videos. So I just want you to again continue watching, continue sharing, continue liking and following me on my Instagram page and also on my YouTube channel. But do not forget to turn on your notification button, because then you will be able to know when I upload these videos on time. So I will start with a fragrance that I tend to enjoy a lot with my husband. So this is actually my husband's fragrance, but I also wear it, and I honestly recommend it for both men and women. And this is from Tom Ford, and it is Nuit. This is a very beautiful fragrance. If you want something that's amazing, one that will give you like compliments, one that smells rich, expensive, sophisticated, and you smell like you have money even when you don't, this is the fragrance. Like, to me, this is one of my best fragrances from Tom Ford, and the one that I highly recommend. This is amazing. The longevity is perfect. It is warm. It is also sweet in a good way, and it's nothing like a cheap fragrance. This to me is like top well done. It's a little bit expensive, and in that case I tend to also like prefer this other one, which is Tom Ford Noir. This one is more of like a female I would say fragrance. So if a man wants, I would say let the man wear this, but if you really want yours as a female, I would say go for the Tom Ford Noir, because to me they are almost the same. It's a very slight difference, but this to me is also a nice, sweet, warm fragrance for winter. And if you really want something that's even more affordable, I would say go for Club de Nuit, and this is intense. It's in a black bottle, and the top is again gold. Very beautiful packaging. This is also another good option. To me, it gives me the vibes of the two fragrances, but this is way more affordable. And the performance in this is also amazing. Okay, so if you really can't buy the Tom Ford Noir, which is about 250 for a 50 ml bottle, then I would say try out the other Noir from Tom Ford. If not, you have this one, which is way more affordable than the other two. So yep, that's my first recommendation. Now let's go in, and I will show you another one from my favorite house. And for some reason, I don't know why people don't talk much about this house, but this one is Ralph Lauren, and this is Midnight Romance. I love Ralph Lauren. Like, this is one of my amazing designers, and the fragrances from this house are really good. So this one to me is a little bit cleaner, fruity, but it is very potent. Very potent. You cannot like wear this fragrance and overspray it on yourself, and this one is super long lasting. If I want to eliminate a smell from, let's say, my handbag or something, and it's just not going away, this one does it. Like, this one will take away any smell that's lingering and just can't go away because of whatever reason. This one does it for me. I love it, and I highly recommend it. So if you haven't tried them out, please check them out. But the next one that I want to recommend is one that's been talked about. 2020 has been all about this fragrance, and it's a niche fragrance. It's very expensive, I would say. It's not an affordable fragrance, but it has some really nice dupes that I highly recommend. And this one is Baccarat Rouge 540. So to me, it can be a unisex fragrance. It is a skin scent. Sometimes when I spray it on myself, I don't smell it. But the person next to me, like my husband, would be like, you are wearing a strong fragrance. Like, people will still smell it on you even if you don't smell it on yourself. So do not undermine this one. It has really good performance, and Burberry Half from Burberry is also a nice fragrance that smells very close to this. I'll link my video that, you know, I kind of told you guys which fragrances I have in my collection that are expensive but have other fragrances that smell very close to them that are very affordable. But this one is really, really, really good. Okay, and again, I also recommend the Burberry Half because that's a very good fragrance. Okay, let me go in and show you a fragrance that I would wear if I am going to the office, and this one will give you a ton of compliments. This is from Dior, and this is Dior Poison Girl, and this one is the EDP, not the EDT, EDP. Okay, so the EDT to me does not last as long, but it smells amazing. Now this one, it's going to last, and the sweetness in this fragrance, the warmth, it's just amazing. This is straight up a feminine fragrance, and I highly recommend it if you are the type of person who loves your nice sweet fragrances. It's kind of fruity again, so this one is really amazing. Again, to me, Dior is another house that I highly recommend because their fragrances are well made and they last and they give you the, you know, performance that you need. To me, this one is a good option for winter if you love your sweet fragrances, and it's again a warm fragrance. So yeah. Okay, the next one that I want to show you guys, and this one is again from Tom Ford, and this one is Vanille Fatale. To me, this is my very best vanilla fragrance. This one, my husband bought it for me on my birthday, I think, or was it? Yeah, I think my birthday last year. And I love this fragrance. Like, to me, this is a well-made vanilla fragrance. If you want that mature, nice, good, amazing, sophisticated vanilla fragrance, then this will be my first recommendation, because this is not your cheap vanilla that will smell like a vanilla cupcake or ice cream or something. This is like the nice, well done vanilla. Like, if you're looking for that type of vanilla in a fragrance, then this is what I would recommend. But again, this is Tom Ford. This is an expensive fragrance, so you're not going to pay less than $200 for this fragrance. It's I think for a 50 ml, this one was about $250. So yeah, it's a very expensive fragrance, but really good. Okay, the next one that I want to show you guys is an OG. Like, this has to be one of the fragrances that I've had in my collection for the longest time. This one is Gucci Guilty, and again, to me, this is a classic fragrance. I cannot part ways with this fragrance because I just have a history with it and I love it. I mean, nothing much to say. This, to me, I honestly enjoy it when it's cold outside. This one does not even come in when it's warm and all that. I honestly wait for winter so I can wear this fragrance. So this one is going to be one of the fragrances that I will wear and wear until winter is over. It's a very warm fragrance. To me, it's very likable again, and it's a fragrance that's not new in the market. Most people have, you know, used this fragrance before. The longevity, the performance and everything is superb. So this one, highly recommend it. I'm sure you guys have heard about it, or you already even have it in your collection. This to me is, I think, the third bottle. So yeah, I love this fragrance so much. Okay, now let me show you a fragrance group that I would recommend if you're going to, like, let's say the office or you have a wedding this winter. Okay, and these ones are Delina, and this is the Delina, and this one is Delina exclusive from Perfumes de Mali. So if you have, like, let's say a wedding, or if you're going to the office, which, I mean, no one is actually doing much of that, but if you really have those things going on, or if you just want to smell nice, you know, and you're still working from home or doing your stuff from home, then these are very good options. The longevity in these fragrances are amazing. No complaints whatsoever. I have a video on these fragrances. I will link it up here and you guys can go watch all about these fragrances. But these ones are good options. Okay? Now, another one that I would recommend, because the Delina fragrances are a little bit expensive. So if you really can't part ways with $300, then I recommend you try out Montale Paris, and this is Roses and Musk. very, very close to the Delina exclusive. I love it and I highly recommend it. Performance, amazing. No complaints whatsoever. Okay, so these ones again, the Delina and the Montale Paris, you get like the floral notes in them. I love how well they're made. Very expensive. They last and last and last on your body and on your clothes. No complaints. Highly, highly recommend those ones. Okay, now let's go in and I'll show you two fragrances that I plan on wearing on Christmas Day. So I don't know which one I would wear, but it's between these two fragrances. And the first one is Angel Muse, and this is from Mugler. Guys, Mugler is a very, very amazing house. If you don't know about Mugler, the Mugler fragrances, I just want you to go try out some of them, because most people have used Mugler fragrances and maybe you're not aware. There's the angel side and the alien side, and I mean, at least you smelled somewhere or some. These fragrances, you can miss them because one, they're unique. They just have their own DNA, and I really love this one. And this one to me is a warm fragrance, one that will take you through like winter really well. There's some nutty notes in this fragrance that just makes it amazing. If you're a patchouli lover, this is for you, okay? And the bottle is very amazing. They make really good fragrances, and their bottles are amazing. Another fragrance that I plan on wearing on Christmas Day or even winter time is my one and only replica, and this one is by the Fireplace. I got this fragrance last year, and I wore this fragrance every single day of winter. Like, I would literally hold myself back because anytime I would see it, I want to wear it. I honestly wore it to work because it is a very potent fragrance, so you really have to be very, very keen on how much you spray. So it was like one spray and I'm gone. But this is amazing. Like, this is the fragrance that smells like literally fire, in my opinion. When it's cold outside, you just want something that's warm, something that reminds you of warmth and all that. This to me does that. Like, it's just guaranteeing me that, hey Lillian, it's cold outside, but I'm here, I'm warming you up and all that. This is the fragrance. I highly recommend it, and I love, 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 love this fragrance. Highly, highly recommend it. Okay, now the next one that I'm going to show you guys is another good one. If you had to go to the office, this would be another good option that I would highly recommend. I am again obsessed with this house. I don't know what's going on with me, but I just want all the fragrances from Burberry, and this one is my Burberry, and this is black. The bottle, it's to die for. Very elegant, very sophisticated, and the fragrance will not disappoint. Very amazing. To me, this can be someone's signature scent. There's just that nice DNA that you catch in the Burberry fragrances, and this one to me is no exception. To me, the Burberry fragrances are very classic. They just give me like that vibe that I need at my age right now, and they're doing it just perfectly fine. So I highly recommend this one if you are the type of person who goes to work, church, and you love fragrances that are unique, classic, and elegant at the same time. Very, very nice fragrance. Okay, let me show you a fragrance that I don't wear that often. Okay, but I would sparingly, or rather wear it specifically when it's winter outside, and specifically in February for a reason. This one is from Mancera, and it is Roses and Chocolate. I don't wear this fragrance that much because I just find it to be a little overbearing. With the chocolate note is like very present, and I don't think I would love to smell like that when it's warm outside. This is like strictly a cool a fragrance that I would wear when it's cool outside, and I will literally wear it in February. Like, I am looking forward to February so I can wear this fragrance and really get a good use of this fragrance. So this fragrance to me is not one that I highly, highly recommend. It's not one that you should like literally go crazy and make sure you have it. It's one that's good to have, but not a must-have, if I have to describe it. It's a very gourmand fragrance. The chocolate note is very present. The roses are there, but the chocolate note to me overpowers everything. It's a good fragrance if you just want, like, you know, to wear something that's alluring, nice, sexy, and maybe likable. If your man loves I would say gourmand fragrances that are chocolatey and all that, then this will be one that they will enjoy. Okay, let me show you another fragrance that I would enjoy when it's cooler outside, like winter time. But if I am going to like a date night and all that, this will be Versace Crystal Noir. And this one, to me, yes, it's a very, very nice fragrance, one that will give you compliments, very likable, very alluring, and very appropriate for like a date night. If you have a date night and you just don't know what to wear, to me, go for this one. It's very long lasting. Again, I don't have any issues with the longevity. It lasts very well and it performs perfectly fine. So it's a really good fragrance for this winter, and I plan on wearing it even if I'm home and I'm not going anywhere. That one I would wear it. Okay, next one, and this is last but not least, is from Lancome, and this one is La Nuit Trezo. And this to me is just an elegant fragrance that is very appropriate if you have like an evening event, if you want to smell, very appropriate for like a date night. And if you love or enjoy your fruity notes, this will be a really good fragrance for that. I think Lancome makes really good fragrances, and it's very hard for you to dislike a fragrance. Most of their fragrances are fragrances that appeal to most people, and I think they did a very good job with this one, because to me this one is like nice, sweet, and mature at the same time. Like, you don't feel like you're wearing a very young fragrance. It gives you like that nice, alluring, sexy, elegant, mature vibe. Okay, so the last fragrance that I want to show you guys is from Chanel, and I am another big lover of Chanel, and this one is Coco Noir from Chanel. It is a very nice fragrance for like evenings. It gives you like the sophistication. Again, if you're going to like an evening event and you just want to stand out, you want to smell sophisticated, and you want to get that, you know, rich, wealthy vibe, to me this is the fragrance that you need to wear. Because I mean, if you tell someone you're wearing Chanel fragrance, that by itself is just a compliment. And if you're even smelling good, that's like, you know, icing on the cake. So to me, this is a very highly recommended fragrance. I love it. It's sophisticated, it's very elegant, it's very feminine, and it's, you know, one that will give you compliments. It's very likable, because some of the Chanel fragrances, people tend to shy away from them because they don't like the Chanel DNA. But this one is one that I believe a higher percentage of people who do not love Chanel might end up liking that fragrance. Okay, now that brings us to the end of our video. Those were way too many recommendations. I believe at least you will get, you know, if you're looking for like just a few of them, I'm sure I mentioned or touched a few fragrances that you will enjoy. To me, I have no issues with the longevity. If anything, most of my fragrances that I use during fall and winter are very long lasting. My spring and summer fragrances are still long lasting, but not to the level of these fragrances. So with the longevity, I'm perfectly fine with them. With how they project, perfectly fine with them. And how well they smell, again, the notes are well done. So I highly recommend most of them. Unless you are really on the fence with this one, I would say try it out before you buy it. The Mancera Roses and Chocolate. It's not one that I think you really need in your collection, but if you really want to buy it, go ahead and buy it. Okay? So that brings us to the end. I hope you loved the video. Please plan on sharing, liking. If you're not subscribed, come on, please. You're enjoying my videos, just go ahead and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I would really appreciate if you do that. If you're not following me on Instagram, please, after this video, just go straight to my Instagram page and follow me. Even leave a comment. Let me know where you're coming from. Are you coming from my YouTube, or are you coming from my Instagram? Let me know where you're coming from. It means a lot. And if you have any fragrances that you tend to enjoy when it's super cold outside, let me know which fragrances those are, because I would love to increase, you know, some of my collection, so that next time when we are creating this video, we'll be able to see newer fragrances. We'll be able to share more fragrances. So leave a comment below. Let me know which ones you're liking, which ones are you planning on buying, and it will mean a lot if you do that. Okay, so thank you so much, and please stay safe. Okay, bye bye.